Hello, good evening, everybody. We'll wait for a few minutes and I would request everybody to please share the link with your friends on WhatsApp, with your colleagues, and on LinkedIn so that everybody can join in. And hello, I welcome you all. So we have only one of you who have joined us for this live session. We'll wait for 2 minutes and then we'll start with our session. I request you all to please share the link on LinkedIn and on WhatsApp groups with your friends and colleagues so that everybody else can join. We are live. Okay, let's start. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shujita Agreri, and today I have my colleague Rutuja Kore with me. We both welcome you all. Thank you for joining. Like other sessions conducted by Werq Labs, this session is also going to be very informative and interesting. So, the topic for today's discussion is how to present a Power BI report or a project during an interview as a fresher. Okay. So if you're facing any difficulties during an interview, then we are here to help you. Over to you, Rituja.
Okay, so let us first know what exactly Power BI is and its capabilities.
I think, yes, our audience should first know that Power BI is not just a visualization tool, but a data and analytics reporting tool to get desperate data sets into reporting dashboards. These are a few things that Power BI can do. First one is it can manage and showcase data. You can alter your data sets to highlight insights, create and manage your data relationships for your company to consume. These data flows can be managed to illustrate specific business learnings or any other data observations. Second is it can create interactive reports. Interesting, right? Every person across your organization can utilize Power BI to create powerful reports. You can customize how your reports will be consumed on desktop or on mobile devices. You can also choose the themes and colors of the report to suit your customers. To ensure your audience gets most of your reports, you can even add custom Q&A buttons, making your reports interactive. These can be published for everyone to access, and you can simply monitor the consumption from any device. The third one is Power BI is capable of generating real-time analytics, be it on ground factory sensors or online social media conversations. Power BI can help you get access to real-time analytics so you can always be connected with your organizational moments to be able to make timely decisions. Over to you, Ritajana.
Okay, I will also like to talk about Power Query and give much needed attention to it. Power Query is a powerful Power BI tool that takes care of Power BI operations in locating, connecting, and loading diversified data across various sources. It also shapes and transforms the imported data so that it can be used to create visuals. It is also referred to as a self-service ATM tool in Power BI since it is self-sufficient to extract, load, and transform data. Talking about the endless advantages it has, I will mention a few over here. First is free of cost. Power Query is available as a free tool service in Power BI. There is no need for Power BI users to purchase as an additional or an install it from an external source. Simply log in to the Power BI account and use it right away. Second is user friendly. Power Query does not require the users to learn or use pieces of code to perform ETL operations. Power Query Editor, which is the environment for Power Query, provides simple select and drag and click GUI operations to perform the same ETL task and provides users to comfortable with coding. Another benefit of this is that GUI option makes your work go faster and easier. Third is like M language is a query language for Power Query to execute tasks for connecting to data, importing and transforming it into data models. We make it simple to learn and apply as a coding language and perform all operations efficiently. The N language is a case sensitive and a functional language that connects the let and in block statement that contain variables, constants, and functions like any other language. The output of the queries can be sent to other Power BI data model, pane, or an Excel workbook. And the most important is non-repetitive tasks. The greatest advantage of Power Query is that the users don't have to rewrite or reperform the same task of data operations after an interval of time. This is because all the ETL steps executed in Power Query are stored as a query steps in its editor. To repeat any operation, simply go to and refresh the query steps. This makes it easier for users to focus on the business logic and worry less about the procedure. So that was about the Power BI and Power Query. Now let's dig in and enlighten the audience with the information because explaining a Power BI project during an interview is very crucial. Highlighting the key steps like recruitment gathering, data sources, data modeling, dashboard design, and emphasizing clear communication with stakeholders is very essential. Over to you, Srijata.
So what many people do is they start with just the product title saying that I have made a project on XYZ, my title is this, and I have used bar charts, tree maps, line charts to show the trend analysis, and then I've used time different intelligence functions and so on. So these are the mistakes that people do while explaining the project is the first one is not to mention the problem statement or the objective in the beginning. It is very important to share the problem statement that your Power BI report is capable of solving. Second is focusing primarily on the visuals and neglecting steps like data preparation, data modeling, KPI used. And third is not focusing on the end-to-end BI architecture. So I'll also share the point that you should keep in mind while explaining the projects. First is requirement gathering. Begin the discussion with the objective of the project. Mention the problem statement. Second is mentioning the data sources used in the dashboard using which mode and highlight the cleaning and transformation step you have performed. Third is data modeling. Here comes the most important step in which you can specify how you have modeled the data in Power BI. Fourth is dashboard designing. Then move to visual part, which visuals you have used once finalizing the blueprint. Talk about the team and don't forget to highlight your role in the project. Mention if it is a group project or you have done the project on your own. Throughout this process, clear communication with stakeholders is the key. It helps ensure that the dashboard aligns with their needs and expectations. Never forget to mention that at the end. It is very important. So please keep these points before explaining your project. Over to you, Rituja, now.
Okay, so after explaining the report in this way, interviewer may come up with some questions like what kind of challenges do you face in the project? What is the size of the data set you used in this project? And which mode do you use? Is it a import or a direct query or a composite mode? So this is the proper way of explaining the project during an interview. So let's now take some questions. Please ask questions if you have any.
Okay, Rituja, I think we already have one question from Avinash. He wants to know how do you communicate technical concepts to a non-technical audience? Do you want to go for it?
Yeah, sure. So Power BI provides better features and data manipulation tools as compared to other BI tools. Like for example, Tableau. A single user can connect with multiple data sources without an experience in coding and data analytics. As a product of Microsoft, Power BI is closely integrated with other Microsoft tools such as Office 365, SharePoint, and Bing. In the free version of Power BI Desktop, that too. The user can analyze datasets or up to 1 GB in storage along with 10,000 rows of data streaming every hour. So, moreover, it provides features like Power Query, which allows the user to easily visualize the datasets by giving the command in the natural English language. I hope I
Okay,
answer your
so
question.
mhm. We have another question. How to answer when asked about data cleaning during an interview? Uh, Okay, so data cleaning, also known as data preparation or data cleansing, takes up a large part of your work hours as a data analyst. When you answer this question, you can show the interviewer how you can handle the process. You'll want to explain how you handle missing data, duplicates, outliers, and more. Be sure to explain why it is important and how you have dealt with it in the past. Do we have any other questions?
Okay, Avinash Upadhyay is asking, how do you communicate technical concepts to a non-technical audience? That's a very good question. because most of the users that we are dealing are mostly a non-technical person, so we can't talk about the technical aspect. So much of data analysis involves ordering your findings into a narrative and clearly explaining it to both technical and non-technical audience, as I said before. So this is where soft skills come into communication and storytelling. Gives examples of how you are drawn insights from data to communicate those to the audience. So this might include presentation to stakeholders or written communications within your portfolio.
Hello. Do we have any other questions, guys? The topic for today is how to explain Power BI report during an interview. We have already discussed the points with you all. Do you have any questions regarding this topic?
Um,
Okay, there is one very
uh,
important question that you will be asked during an interview is how to answer the challenges faced in a project. So here the interview is essentially asking you to overcome challenges, giving you a chance to highlight your strengths in action. So make sure to talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses that you are working to improve. Be honest about what went wrong and what you found difficult, and try to highlight any skills listed in the job requirements of this role. Again, make sure you give an answer with a positive outcome, showing the lessons, skills you learn to cope with similar challenges in the future. The interviewer may instead ask you to talk about a successful project, but your approach should be the same either way. Give a specific example, highlight what went well and what was challenging, and mention the lessons that you learned. Okay. Do we have anything else?
Larry Takami is asking, what are the type of visualizations in Power BI? So there are various type of visualizations available in Power BI, like there are bar charts, column charts, stack chart, pie chart, donut chart. But all the charts depends on your needs. The only goal is to present your dashboard in more effective and understandable manner to the stakeholders. And you should convey what an analysis is and what analysis you are trying to see. So you can use lots and lots of charts. Also, you can customize your own charts using Python language as well.
That was very well
Uh,
answered, Rituja. Thank you. And do you want to take some more questions, Rituja? Do we
yes,
have
there
any
is Amar
questions coming in?
Singh. Amar Singh Jadhav is asking, what is the future of Power BI? So I would like to answer that because, as we said, there are different tools compared to Power BI, like Tableau, as we mentioned in the conversation as well. But Power BI is very vast. It is connected to different services. It is compatible with other services of Azure as well. We can integrate any data set and we can integrate loads of data without having to worry, can and Power BI handle it? So yeah, Power BI is very vast and there is a future ahead of more coming future ahead of Power BI.
Okay, so that's it from our
Okay.
side. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Werq Labs for more such amazing content. Also, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified every time we are on YouTube. Thank you, Rutuja. Thank you for joining.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sujata. Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Thank you.